Oh, hey, I didn't see you there. Just kidding, that was so lame. So now that cases of COVID have decreased in my area, indoor dining is available at 25%. So I have been going out to dinner more and like taking full advantage of just like things are more open. So I've actually been doing my makeup more frequently. Also, my acne has gotten a little bit better, little bit, tiny smidge. Because my acne is a little bit better, it's less of a burden to put on makeup. Anyway, I have been obsessed with a lot of these products recently, so I wanted to update my everyday makeup routine and share what I've been loving. It's like this new thing I'm calling Get Ready With Me. Heard of it? It's like this new phrase I completely made up, 100% me, nobody else. Just kidding. Okay, let's get started. So, ooh, I look a little haggard? Okay, sorry, I should also, I guess, like, get the hair out of my face. I don't really want to tie my face up. Stay hot. All right, how I've been starting my makeup recently is actually with my eyebrows. I'm gonna make a statement. It might be controversial. I feel like when my makeup looks good, it's 100% because my eyebrows look good. Like, there seems to be a direct correlation between my eyebrows making my face look more symmetrical, therefore making me look better. Because, say it with me, eyebrows shape the face. Why not start with them, spend time on them, and like make them look good? That is the reasoning behind I've been starting with my eyebrows. Also, sometimes I just do my eyebrows or fill in my eyebrows. Do I do my eyebrows? I draw my eyebrow, whatever. Okay, just when I'm like around the house doing nothing, going nowhere, because like it just makes me feel like I'm kind of getting ready for something, even if I'm not leaving my house necessarily. Although my skin is still in recovery, let's say. But there's something about filling in your eyebrows that makes you feel a little bit more whole. I meant like whole. Okay, we're not gonna go there. Let's begin. I also might just like skip around a little bit. Like, some of these things are new, other things it'll be a little bit repetitive. So I start by using an eyebrow pencil. This is the Benefit Precisely My Brow in 4.5, I believe, and I just get kind of the shape of the eyebrow, and then I use the Glossier brow flick, pardon me, to make like hair-like strokes kind of through. So once I get the general shape that I want, I use concealer to clean it up. I wouldn't say I carve out a brow, because that's not really what I'm doing, but I guess it is. That's the closest thing I can like picture, but I just use concealer to kind of clean up the edges and make the shape. It makes it look more crisp. I'm getting a freaking phone call? Can I decline? Sorry, I'm putting this away. I'm going to watch the hockey game with my brother later. That sounds strange, that I'm like doing my makeup to go see my brother, but he doesn't care what my face looks like. But it's like, I'm doing my makeup for my brother, but I'm not. I do my makeup for me. And my brother doesn't give a shit about what my face looks like. Yeah, I do my makeup for me. It's not weird. I don't need to explain myself. Okay, let's continue with the makeup. Sorry, I guess I should mention I'm using the NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer in the shade Madeleine. Big surprise there, I literally use this for everything. See how they're just like a bit more cleaned up? Then I go back to my base. First, I'm using the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. I already kind of did an in-depth tutorial of how I've been doing my base with my acne. I don't want it to be repetitive. It's still the same Milk Primer and then NARS Concealer. Ugh, concealer. I love you! Okay, for foundation, I'm using a pump of the Makeup Forever Ultra HD and the MAC Face and Body. I recently picked up a new shade of the MAC Face and Body, and it's N1 versus I used to use C1. Anyways, finally picked up a neutral, and I think it's like really made a difference in actually matching my skin tone. But I have to say, I really don't understand MAC Yeah, Max. Their like shade system, because their C's is cool, but it's like olive and yellow, and then their W's is warm, which is like more pink undertones. Literally every other makeup brand does it the complete opposite, where like warmer tones are yellow gold and cooler tones are pink. It's like, Mac, get it together. Like, can we all get on the same page, please? Hello. Now for concealer, I'm using the Makeup Forever, what is this called? Light Capturing Self-Setting Concealer. Ugh. God, it really pops out at you. It's a little bit light, but I like it just for brightening my inner corner. And I've been doing kind of like that line. This is like the newer way to apply concealer, but I do notice that it like lifts your face, which is cool. So I like the Real Technique sponge, but you do have to break it in a little bit. If anybody else uses this, can you like validate that I'm not making this up? But like you do have to like use it a few times before it gets to the right squishiness level. This is like a brand new one and it's just not there yet. Was it a baseball glove or like shoes? There's like a break-in period for this. I'm also quickly going to put the same concealer I used on my face as an eyeshadow base. To set my under eye and eyelid, I'm using the Makeup Forever powder, whatever this is. Ultra HD. Sorry, I'm in front of a big window and so it's getting cloudier and I think it's like making my mood more and more like I don't have to say this, but I'm gonna say a pet peeve of mine is when people complain about concealer. Oh, creases. Like no one has a perfectly like taunt under eye, so of course a liquid product is going to not sit correctly on top of like folds of skin. Anyway, it's just something I wanted to complain about. Then to set the rest of my face, a new favorite of mine has been a Makeup Forever. Jesus, I'm using so much Makeup Forever. I didn't realize I was such a Makeup Forever stan, but here we are. The Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Skin Blurring Powder Foundation in the shade Y215. I used to think this was like too heavy, like to put a powder foundation over a liquid foundation. Something about this is like light enough and just like blurring that it's a nice addition to the top of your skin, but it's not too heavy that it starts to look like you have layers and layers of makeup on your skin. Before I start to do my eyes, first I'm gonna curl my eyelashes just to get it out of the way, honestly. And then I've been using an old fave, the Natasha Denona Camel palette. Okay, so I've had this for like a really long time and I don't know when you're supposed to throw eyeshadow palettes out, because honestly I only do that if I like run out of it, because in my brain like powders don't hold as much bacteria as a liquid product does, so I really don't get rid of it unless I'm out of it, and I don't know if that makes me gross. Also, like if I'm being honest, these colors are all I want. Like I'm a neutral gal till I die. I do love a fun little pop of color every once in a while. On an everyday basis, I just want these. First I'm taking the Safari shade as just my transition shade, and I've been using like a larger brush when I first like start out, because I find it like disperses the product nicely and it like does the blending for you. My leg's falling asleep. Then to deepen up the crease, I'm using the Arzoto. Dude, nothing makes me feel like I can't read than reading shades of eyeshadow, because they're always just the most bizarre thing ever. But yeah, I'm using a denser brush. This is actually just the Anastasia Beverly Hills brush that like comes in the Soft Glam palette, but I actually like it. I don't know if this is like known as like the best quality, but yeah, I'm just doing kind of the outer V. Using a denser brush will, what's the word to describe it? It just like makes that product heavier or like more. And then I'm using just like a dot of the darkest brown with that same brush. I'm a big believer that if you use the same brush for different products, it kind of helps you blend. That guy looks really upset. Sorry, there's a guy outside my window like sulking, like actually having like a temper tantrum, and it's not a child. Then to blend all that out, I'm using the fluffier brush again without any product. Then for the lower lash line, I'm going back into the middle lighted shade again. I don't know if this is what everybody feels. When I put product on my lower lash line, it always appears darker than on my upper lash line. And I don't know if that's me like being dramatic or like seeing something that's not there, but is that because there's more of a shadow? I want to line up the two. Like I want to make sure they're blended together. So I run the brush from the lower lash line to the upper lash line and see how it makes that line, which like I can blend out later. I want to use that as like a guideline for my eyeliner and to kind of line everything up. Now to finish up, I'm taking the Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam palette and using just the tempera, whatever emphasis you want to use, the lightest shade to highlight my brow bone. This lighter color separates whatever color's on your eyelid to your eyebrow. And I think it makes your eyebrows look a little perkier and like higher up. Then I'm using the middle brown again under the lash line, just smoking it out on the closest to my lashes, which gives like a subtle difference. You probably can't tell, but like it does make a difference. And then to finish up the eyes, I'm using my new fave. Okay, is it Makeup by Mario or is it just by Mario? Because I'm always gonna say Makeup by Mario, and that's that. It's the Master Pigment Pro pencil, the perfect brown. And that's a lot of P's to say in one sitting. I take the eyeliner part in like the last third of my eye. And then I actually use the little brush that comes with it. I thought I would hate this, but I actually kind of like it to smoke out the liner. Also something that I really like, these are the same size, so you can technically put them on either end, which seems really silly, but the amount of times I've smushed a product because I've just put the wrong lid on, if I had a dime for every time I did that, I would be a very rich woman. Anyways. Then I'm going to bronze my face with the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil. I've had this for such a long time, but I'm trying to get through my bronzers so I can buy new ones. With like a different brush, I'm doing a dusting like a little bit over top, less precisely. And then with that same brush, I'm using the Hourglass Ambient Light Blush in Mood Exposure. Again, I'm a big fan of using the same brush for different products because I think it ties everything together. And like I like a little bit of bronzer on my cheeks anyways, and so it's just like it deepens up the color a bit. And then dust it over the forehead, over the nose. Then I'm going to mist my face with the Urban Decay All-Nighter Setting Spray because I've literally only used one other setting spray in my... No, that's a lie. I guess I've used a few, but it's always the one I go back to. It's just reliable and doesn't make your face look too wet because I find some are just like spraying water on your face. For mascara, I'm using the Marc Jacobs... What is this actually called? Noir, Velvet Noir. And it's like the limited edition color. It had like cherries on it and stuff, and like little things like this make me so freaking happy. And it's so silly, but like the normal tube is just all black, which is like fine and like sleek looking, but just like this color, I know it's the same product, but I appreciate the gesture, you know what I'm saying? This has slowly become one of my favorite mascaras. I think the look I've been going for my lashes recently has been kind of like fluffier, and this does a really good job of doing that. That sounds so silly that it's like a mascara tube color makes me happy. Am I the most pathetic person in the entire world? I think so. Okay. And then bottom lashes. Finally, the lips. I'm using a throwback. This has become my new favorite lip liner just based on the color. I think is such a good match for my lips. I lean really pink. Like my lips lean really pink. Is that a way to say that? Sorry, this is Whirl. I don't think I said that. But this is the shade Whirl. It's the lip pencil by MAC. And then for the lip color, I'm using MAC Modesty, which is another like throwback. I don't think I've used this in a hot minute. I really like the shade it gives. All right, and that completes my updated everyday makeup routine. If you liked this video, you'll probably like my other videos, so definitely check those out. Like this video, comment any questions, or if you just want to say hey. And subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. I gotta get out the door or else my brother is going to murder me. Okay, bye.